Welcome back to M Hood Fishing. I'm out tonight with my friend Karen. We're looking for sockeye. It is after 10. It's pretty nice, pretty calm out here. So this is the first spot, but is it the only spot? We have that option, another spot. So let us get into it and see how it goes. So I'm going to start out with a bait I put on in the video I shot earlier. This is by Charlie Brewer, crappie slider. You see it's got the black and chartreuse I want on it. That's a 132 ounce jig head, but then the bottom is like that. It's more chartreuse than usual. Fish that under a thill. One of the things we're concerned about is water temperature. We don't think this water is too hot for the sockeye quite yet. We are seeing spotted gar moving around, but they're not moving fast. If you're seeing spotted gar getting squirrely, moving fast at a sockeye spot, it's a good sign that the water has warmed up. Possibly too warm for sockeye. Maybe 30 minutes later, let's go to another spot. Oh no! All right, so I'm going to do something different here. We're at a barrel pit. 148 ounce jig head, traditional avocado chartreuse tube, a weighted fill. Get me out there about 2.5 feet underneath that cork. I'm going to put on a crappie nibble. Oh, we were like seriously thinking it wasn't going to happen. And we were seeing some disturbances. We've been here for what, 30 minutes? Yeah. We've been seeing some disturbances further out past the light. And they're just getting closer. So what I think is going on is the water's hot and it's probably getting into spawning. The last time I was out here with Alex, some of the fish he took home, one of them was mine, had eggs in them. Who knows how long they hold their eggs. Kieran and I were just talking about that. They could hold them for a good while. But what we were talking about off camera is the winter storm we had could have triggered them to start spawning earlier. Also, they're probably just moving around, smaller ones like this in schools, and eventually they're going to come close to us. It was probably that 148 ounce jig head dropping slow, because I think he got this on the drop, and I'm not going to keep him. I'm going to let him, because he's not, if I was starving, I would get a little bit of meat off here. But yeah, he's probably 10 inches. To me, a 14-inch black crappie is a true slab, and this one needs a chance to become a true slab.
Plastic you using?
This is
like a straight tail?
No, it's just a traditional avocado chartreuse, but I forget. This may have came from Bass Pro. In the pack, they're salted. They have salt on them. I use them sometimes. I mean, I like them. Yeah, but I didn't go to Bass Pro to get it. I don't remember how I got it. Someone gave it to me, maybe. But anyway, I'm using a weighted cork at this spot for a reason. Last time I was here, I got one sockeye, and what I noticed was I would see some disturbances that said sockeye to me, but I could see them further out, and switching to the weighted cork lets me throw out in those areas where I think they might be. There's a drop off out in front of us, and these crappie are just kind of skirting around, is what I assume they're doing, chasing bait, feeding, and you just got to wait for them to show up here. but you need to be able to put your bait out over where they're circling, because they're not necessarily coming up in here. This right here in front of us links to another borrow pit, and it's shallow, and they just don't seem to be coming back and forth right now. They seem to be out over the drop off where it's deeper. Hope I can get another fish, if not 3. Hopefully it's not a one fish video. It feels like there's that possibility, like a strong possibility, right? And I'm thinking by this weekend, I'm personally probably not going to want to target sockeye from the bank. It might not be the case where you're at. They don't spawn everywhere in this country at the same time, but as it stands for my local water, what I'm fishing right now, I think the bite's not going to be so hot from the bank after this weekend, because we're going to be, I think, starting Saturday, which I'm not going to be fishing Saturday until after sunset anyway. I'm going to stop fishing Friday at sunset and start maybe after sunset on Saturday. But anyway, Saturday we're going to see 80-degree weather, and after that we're going to see a lot more of that. Water temps are coming up. Other things are going to be happening. Other fish are going to be on my mind. Bass, red ears. I'm already thinking about red ears. Carp. You know, and soon, after we get through March, I'm going to be thinking about catfish again. I may go look for catfish before then. I don't think it's going to be worth it that much to me. Maybe in late March I'll start, maybe that early. It's all about the water temps, and the river's going to come up. It's supposed to come up. It's at 3 right now, and it's going to come up in a couple of weeks. It'll be over 6. It could be higher by then, but yeah, this may be the last week where I'm just like seriously doing what some people may think I fish for other things way too much and they just want me to fish for cats, but I am taking my mind off it very soon. I say I'm taking my mind off it, but I could keep catching sockeye. I just have to get in that yak and get over them. It's just not going to happen from the bank so much. Maybe I could go to another location really far away where it's still happening, but for this local bayou of mine where I fish all the time, catching sockeye is going to be a matter of getting in the yak, not standing on the bank. And by the time I get in the yak, maybe in a few days or next week, I'm likely gonna have other fish on my mind. Well, it's definitely after midnight, and yes, we're definitely at the end of this video, the end of this session, and it is definitely loud out here. With you hear all that? There was someone honking a horn way back there. It's not Karen, but yeah, you're right. Another one fish video. Will I come looking for sockeye again from the bank? Is this the last time? Feels like it. You know, I watched it kind of peter out after the storm. Just these spots weren't working out. Maybe one fish, maybe no fish, and it happens like that. It's not over, but just you got to get over them in the boat or the kayak down here. And this is going to happen in other places too. Some places it's so good, the population is so thick that you can still get them from the bank, and other spots, you know. However, this population of sockeye that I'm fishing is not that thick. They're only located in certain areas of this small system. We're just gonna have to get in the yak, and we're gonna have to say thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.